All right, well, look, just by way of introduction, Kingsley Colley is actually a funny story there. Kingsley and I caught up with each other, it must have been about 4 years ago, I think, 3 or 4 years ago, I think, Kingsley. But as it turned out, his brother and sister-in-law used to work with me in a business that I had in New Zealand. So we connected a few dots and found that there's commonality there. So, you know, they talk about 7 degrees of separation. Well, there we go. That was just 1 degree of separation. So here on the Gold Coast.
They actually saw your ad, Nick, come on Facebook, and they said, "Hey, make sure you say hello to Nick for us."
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, what Kingsley's going to talk with us tonight about is video. That's one of his specialties. He's had great success, as I said earlier on, in one of the most competitive industries globally, arguably, and that is in the real estate industry. So if you can be successful in that industry with marketing, with all of the noise and standing out and branding there, then it's going to work for any other industry. So, and he's got some great results in that industry. I think the biggest challenge that he's had is actually getting people to front up, turn the video around onto themselves and actually start shooting and creating videos. So I like some of us here as well too, but he's got some ways of getting through that there. As well too, to make it a wee bit easier for you. So so he's going to be talking about video, but it's also not just about the mechanics of video, but how to use it, repurpose it, and how powerful it is once you embrace it and really sort of use it. So let's put our hands together. Let's give Kingsley a good virtual round of applause to welcome him onto the virtual stage.
Thank you, Nick. Hello, everybody. Great to see you. I appreciate this offer, Nick, to come and be able to present and show people how seriously video is the best way you can actually build your business. I don't care what business you're in right now. This is the best way you can get out there, and we'll show you a bunch of tools on here, things you can do, ways you can go to make that happen. I do need to say, though, that everything was working fine until Nick got involved. I'm not sure what happened there, but anyway.
It's my fault.
Now I'm gonna try to screen share. See how we go here. All right. It was working before. All right.
And looking good. You're on.
There we go.
Board.
You can see that?
Yep. Perfect.
Beautiful. Awesome. So digital profiling. I call this your essential video on social media for business, because basically that's what it is now. Where everything's going, what's happening. You just have to be on video. So I'm just going to run through a few reasons. If you're not convinced of that yet, you will be by the end. I'm glad we've got at least one real estate agent here. Hello, nice to see you. And other people, whatever industry, like I said, it works very well for you. So the most powerful tool that you have at the moment, it's estimated the average person, I don't know who's average, I try not to be, but I'm sure there are some average people, spends 100 minutes per day watching video online. That is a huge amount of time for anyone to be online. So that's where everyone's spending more and more of their time, and that's only increasing as we go along and as demographics change as well. And it doesn't matter what age group either. The older people are actually getting on there more and more as well. That may change what social media channel they're using, but it's still definitely the case. A few nerd slides coming up. I thought she looked like a very cute nerd, so I threw her in there. So here's some of the reasons why people don't use video for marketing. Let me know if any of these are you. 23% say they don't have time. Is that anybody here? You say, yeah, I don't have time for video. 16% don't know where to start with creating a video. 13% don't feel it's needed. 10% say it's too expensive. 7% say they're unclear of the ROI of video. And so all of those, we're going to rebut all those tonight. We'll get those clear. But 79% of these people plan on starting to use video this year. So according to the amount of online video watch per person per week is almost doubled since 2018. according to the state of video. So almost doubled the amount of video watched since 2018. So you can see the rapid rise in it. 79% of people prefer watching videos than reading about products. So if you just got text out there, whether it's on your website, social media channels, or you're sending PDFs and things like that, that's all good, definitely. But 79% of people want to watch a video. Videos get shared 12 times more than text and photos combined. And videos lead to 49% faster revenue growth than any other marketing strategy. So I'm not sure about you, but if there's a faster marketing strategy and it's easy to do and cheap, I'm in. So that's exactly what video is. There's a whole bunch more things here. 90% of customers make purchasing decisions based on the video they've seen. That is just absolutely huge. So when you think about your business and people that are about to come in and they're making a decision, if they see another competitor of yours who's actually showing videos, the chances are very, very good that they're actually going to go with your competitor because they've watched the video, and obviously in the video, they're going to put their best parts forward, their best reasons forward and what to do business with them. 96% of people say they've seen an explainer video for a product or service. So that's almost 100% of the population have seen a video. So it's definitely where you need to be. This little fella here, we've all got these. Smartphone. This is the most underrated marketing tool you have available. You don't need to go and buy all sorts of equipment or anything like that, expensive equipment, because this fella does it. You can shoot your videos on here, you can edit them on here, and you can actually shoot them out to people from here as well. And you can do every one of those things for free. So there's zero cost, and you can also do it without spending a lot of time, which we're going to go and show you very soon. So what I would suggest though, if you are going to be doing video, is grab a microphone. You just need a little lapel mic. You can pick one of these lapel mic fellas up from Amazon for like 15 bucks. You can get them more expensive, but if you're just getting started and you want to do some videos, that $15 microphone will do you very, very well. That is a corded one. Then you can obviously get cordless ones as well, which are definitely a great tool to have and to be able to use, especially if you're doing interviews or you're going to be away from the camera, moving about and that sort of thing. The other thing I would suggest as well is a selfie stick / tripod / gimbal. Something like this. Now, it doesn't have to be something like this, but this fella on Amazon is, I think it was about 35 bucks. That is small enough to stand on your desk as like a mini tripod. It also folds so that you can actually use it as a selfie stick if you're walking around, or else you can put it as a tripod. And this particular one goes up to over 1 meter high. So you've got a good amount of height with that as well. But something like this, Amazon is a great place to get a hold of these tools. So before we get into some other things, I'm going to run over the basics of creating a good video. Don't complicate it. Keep it really, really simple, because the reality is it's really, really simple and it's easy to do. So the first thing is content. So what do people want to hear? We'll go more into content, more depth a little bit later. I'm trying to smash out in probably 40 minutes or so about 10 hours of training. So we'll jump in here real quick. So content, keep it simple, to the point. Don't drag it out. Just make the points that you need to make and get out of there. Stability, that's why we want the tripod. People want to see you and they want to watch you, but they prefer a stable video. Audio. The reason I suggest getting a microphone of some description is the fact that if people can't hear your audio, they will skip on to another one. Now, here's a crazy thing about us humans. What we do is we actually, you've all seen captions on the screens of videos that come across. 70% of people actually like to read the captions while they're watching the video. Here's the crazy part. They got the captions there, they can see the video, but if they can't hear it properly, they'll still skip over it. That's why audio is so very, very important. And the other thing is good lighting. So very simply with this, if you're inside, if you've got natural light, that's the best thing you can do. So have the light in front of you greater than the lights behind you. Otherwise, basically, you're seeing a silhouette. But it's very, very simple. If you need to get lights inside, that's not a problem. Again, it's very, very quick, cheap, and easy to jump on and grab some of those from Amazon. So the reality is you can have a very nice setup. In fact, Kmart actually sell these little packs now themselves where you can get set up with. But for under $100, you can have everything, including some lights set up to hook into your smartphone right now. Has anybody got any questions on that side of things, what you need to use, etc., at this stage? I can't see any chats or anything here, Nick. We got, yep, yes.
I've got a Jabra Bluetooth earpiece with great mics on it. Is it okay to use those? You wouldn't even see it.
Yeah, you probably could. I haven't tested that one, so I couldn't say for sure, but the chances are it works very well. The tech that's out now is absolutely incredible. So I'd say you probably could, yeah. Give it a shot, see what it sounds like, have a look at it, and if you would listen to it and you'd be happy with it, then go ahead.
I'll give it a crack.
Give it a crack, yeah. It is worth getting a microphone, though, as well, I think. But, yeah, see how it goes for you.
Okay.
I think there was another, yes.
Kingsley?
Hello.
Yes. So I record, I do live Facebook Lives. I'm quite a loud speaker, probably because I probably don't hear as well. And I find that when I'm recording my lives, I'm very loud, but the person I'm interviewing is quieter. What can I do so that I'm not so loud?
So when you say they're quieter, is that just on your computer coming or on your phone, however you do it, coming back to you? Or is that everyone saying that?
It's just when, because we record them, we're recording the live. And when I listen back to it, I'm very loud. Hence I do talk loud, but they're quieter. So is there a way to make my voice not loud? Because I mean, I can, I'm actually talking. And so I can't always remind myself, quieter.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you using a microphone when you do it? No. One thing I would suggest is using a microphone, and you can adjust how close it gets to your mouth. But the reason I would suggest that as well is it gets rid of any echo and other outside noise as well. So it basically will pick up mostly what you're saying and get rid of a lot of the other noise. Because quite often you can tell the difference with and without a microphone by the echo and that sort of thing that's going on. So I would suggest that, and just adjust it up or down to where you are. And you can often talk a little bit quieter. Sometimes the reason we talk louder is because we feel we need to reach the other person on the other side of the world or wherever they are. But it's not quite the case.
Okay, thank you.
No worries. Okay, again, why videos? Videos can be both personal and generic. So when you're talking and you're doing your videos, you probably hear most people go, hey, everybody, or hi, guys, or whatever. What we want to do when we're doing a video is you want to talk to one person. Now, your video might be going to thousands of people, but you're talking to one person. That way, not only are you very personal with your video, but you're also reaching thousands of people at the same time, but they don't know that. It feels more like they're talking to you. So if I was to say, hey, everybody, great to see you all here, and that's fine because we're doing a webinar. But if I'm doing a video that I want to go to one particular person, whether it's in real estate or some other case, I want to say, hey, I just want to let you know about. And here the difference there is I'm talking to you. I'm letting you know about. It's like I'm talking to one person. And when that's the case, you get much more emotional engagement with people. And it's the emotional engagement side of things that is going to attract people to you and attract them to your business. Video saves a lot of time through repurposing and things. It's the best way to build your brand because a brand is, it's logos and fonts and colors and things like that, but that's like 5% of your brand. Your brand is really who you are, your reputation, and what people think about you and how they talk about you. So Jeff Bezos says that your brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. So this builds your brand. So one of the ways, what you want to do is let people know how they want to talk about you. And video is a great way to do that because you're telling them about your brand, you're telling them how you can help them, etc. as you go through. So they are hearing what your brand is from you talking about it. Obviously, repurpose a video. I'm going to show you later on how you can repurpose a video 30 different ways with one video. You get to show your personality. People, and I remember Nick was on doing a Facebook Live this afternoon, and this is a great point that he made then, was people buy off people, not from businesses. And your business could be great, and that's fine. It could have a good reputation. But have you ever gone into a business and the way you were treated, or a restaurant or something, the way you were talked down to just was really rude, and you did not want to go there, even though you liked that place, you didn't want to go there because of the person and the way you were treated. I remember having that happen, and it's just not a nice experience. They want to buy off people. I've also gone to places where I haven't really wanted to go there, but it seemed like the only place that had what I wanted. So I went there, and was treated really, really well. I wanted to give them my money because of how I was treated. That's what this is about. Personality, get your personality, and helping people out. It also helps people to know, like, and trust you. The university study, in 2 of them actually, done from America, where they've shown that the more people see you on video, the more they trust you. As simple as that. Just by being on video more often, people will trust you more. And you can tell a story and engage people's emotions like no other medium. With video, you're engaging, it's you talking to people, you're telling a story. People buy from stories. That's what they buy from, because stories are emotional, they're engaging, and it really is what captures people's attention. This is also how you become the expert in your field. I should have put a photo of you up here, Nick. That would have been much better. She'll do for now. So you get to become the expert in your field by being on video. And there's lots of different ways of becoming the expert in your field, obviously, but it's a matter of letting other people know about it. And video is the best way to do that in many different ways. It builds your credibility. The very fact that people go online and watch someone on YouTube, for example. I'll give you a story. My wife's out the back there. She's probably listening. I'll get in trouble later, but we'll worry about that. That's fine. She works in disability. And there's a guy on TikTok who's got like 300,000 followers or something, just huge amount. He lives in Robina, where we live. And she saw him at the cinemas. So she went to watch a movie with the kids and saw him there with his client. And he's famous guy, good looking young dude. Maybe that's what she was interested in. Anyway, doesn't matter. But either way, she watches this guy intently because it's the disability field and that sort of thing. And she come back and she said, it's like I was almost a little bit starstruck because I see this guy on TikTok and he's got a lot of followers that follow him. And that's the effect of what can happen. Just being out there, people seeing you on a regular basis, your status goes up, your trust factor goes up, and your credibility actually goes up as well. So just being on video gets all this stuff happening. Nick, how long have we got?
You got plenty of time. You got about half an hour or so.
Okay, cool. Okay, it's okay for me. Hopefully that's okay for everyone else as well. All right. So one of the things before that we heard, and I get this from 99 out of 100 people that I work with, is I hate being on camera. I don't like my voice. I don't like the way I look. I don't like this. I don't like that. The reality is you are you, and you're not going to change that. We all look how we look. We sound how we sound. And that's what it is. And when people meet you, they meet you as who you are. So it doesn't matter whether you're on video or they're meeting you in person. It's you. That's who you are. And we are always our biggest critics. And I've listened to, I think, hundreds of people tell their story about getting on video when they first did it. And one of the things that every one of them said, I just had to get over myself and do it. And as soon as I started doing it and not being nervous, bang, I had leads come in, I had referrals come in, I had people relate and engage with me. And I've heard that story. I think it would literally be hundreds of times where people have said that exact same thing. The reality is it takes 5 or 6 goes on video where you're actually doing a proper video until you go, I'm just doing a video. And it becomes like that in your mind. It's just a mindset. But I've got 5 ways here to make it easier for you, even despite all of that. So number 1 is know exactly who you're talking to. So who is your target market? Who is your niche? I would imagine if you've been hanging around Nick for too long and listening to these webinars, you would know that you have to have a target market. You have to have your niche that you're working towards, that you're aiming towards. And that person needs to be absolutely clear in your mind. And when they're clear in your mind, it's much easier to talk to that person than anybody else. So I'm going to pick on the real estate agent because that's what I know as far as, I don't know what other industries we've got here, but I know we've got that. So if you're doing that, your market, you might sell to people in waterfront properties. It might be acreage properties. You might sell units and townhouses and things like that. You might sell to what in real estate terminology is a farm area. Whatever it is, there's a demographic that you are hitting, and you need to talk to someone that is exactly that person. So for example, if you sell waterfront properties, you want to be talking to someone about waterfront properties and the issues that happen there, and things with floods and things with making sure your boats get moored properly, and all the sorts of things where you're talking to someone that knows exactly, they will hear from you. That's exactly me. I have those issues. Know exactly what you're going to say. So when you're doing a video, you should have one main point. Now that one point might have 7 points to it, but there's one message you're trying to get across to people. What a lot of people do is they try and put a great big lot of information in and you lose people. So you've got one message you get across, and that could be 1 point, it could be 7 points or anything in between, but that's all you say. That's it. Anything outside of that, you want to do another video. And sometimes even inside of that, you want to do another video anyway, just because you've got to maintain their attention, and just do the main points and stick with that. Practice. We all need to practice. Every one of us needs to practice before we do it. Same with anything. We don't do anything well until we practice. But the reality is, don't get held up by going, I haven't practiced enough yet. Jump on the video, get it out there, because people need to see you, and you need people to see you as well. One of the things that a lot of journalists use when they first get on TV, whether it's a newsreader or any sort of journalist, whatever it is, when they first get out there on TV, they'll often stick a photo of a friend or a relative or someone that they're comfortable with on top of that camera. So what they're doing is they're actually talking to that person, someone that makes them feel comfortable, someone that's smiling, someone that works for them. So you're actually, as much as you're talking to your target market, you're actually talking to that person, because they make you feel relaxed, at ease, and you're just talking to the person. You're not talking to a lens. That's just disgusting. You're talking to a person who will actually relate to you. And the 5th point on this, listen, if you want to get in the mood, so to speak, is listen to a comedian or someone who gets you motivated, a motivational YouTube clip or something like that. Or maybe you got some music that you really like that gets you going, gets you happy to go, you know what, I'm excited, I'm ready to go, I got this happening. And then you jump on camera and you've got your confidence there, you know what you're going to say, you know who you're saying it to, and you've got your confidence, and bang, you put it out there as well. So there's 5 different ways. Know your target market. Know exactly the one message you're trying to get across. Make sure you practice. Put a photo of a friend or a relative or someone smiling at you on top, and listen to something or watch something to get you motivated and get you inspired. So any other questions there before we go on to the next bit? Yes.
Again, what's the best length of video?
I think, sorry?
What's the best length of video?
That is a question I'm going to hit down the track, but it does definitely vary. It is a very good question because we're going to hit on short form vertical videos, and we got all the way through to YouTube videos and things like that. So I'll hit on that a little bit down the track. It's a good question. Some of them should be short and some of them you'll want to be longer. For example, Facebook will actually push your video out if it's longer than 3 minutes. And the one thing to remember about this, I guess, is every one of the platforms, all they want is people to stay on their platform. So if you can make people stay on their platform, they're going to push your video out to more people. So whatever it is that does that, that you are doing to keep people on their platform, they'll push it out to more people because more people will stay watching the video.
Just a question here about script, Kingsley.
Yeah.
Someone's asking, is there a script that you should use?
Yes, we got that coming up. Great question. That's
Awesome.
a very, very important question as well. So again, why video? 2004, internet and websites started becoming popular. That's when I, just after I got into real estate, was then all this big kerfuffle about why do I need the website? I've got my phone and I've got my little book I write people's names in. Why do I need a website? We know how that went. You imagine if real estate agents these days did not have a website or put pictures and videos, they'd be in all sorts of trouble. Same with whatever industry you're in, same thing. 2005, YouTube was invented. The Facebook becomes Facebook. They dropped the as they started to expand. LinkedIn also started in 2005. 2010 is when hashtags started to become part of the social scene. And now hashtags, as you would no doubt know, is a great way for people to find you and for you to find other people, industries, etc. Instagram come around in 2010 as well. In 2018, now that's as long ago as this was, TikTok merged from Musical.ly, what it started from. That's as long as TikTok's been around, 4 years. Yet look at the difference, 5 years really. Look at the difference in the world since TikTok actually came around. And I'm also going to put something out here that will scare most of you. But if you're plan on being in business for at least another 2 years, you need to get on TikTok yesterday. It is the greatest way to be able to reach a great number of people and start getting influence. TikTok and Reels, which we're going to go into a little bit more. Since we started getting a little bit serious about that, I'm being contacted and followed continuously from people who are following us. It's amazing the difference that makes. 2022, social media continues to dominate, and mostly with video. Now, one of the things here is Instagram used to be the use all the filters, look absolutely gorgeous no matter what the reality is on Instagram, and have the most stunning photos possible. If you do that now, Instagram will push you down rather than up. Instagram is actually wants real, they want raw, they still want it to look good, but it's got to be more raw rather than the highly filtered video photos that have been in the past. And in fact, Instagram is just starting to make a move away from photos into video as well. So all the platforms are going very, very heavily video in a lot of ways. The way you can tell is as soon as these platforms bring out a new feature, like Reels come about because TikTok started stealing all of Instagram's followers. So they had to do something. What Facebook does, they're either going to buy the company, which obviously they couldn't buy TikTok. TikTok wouldn't let them, or they're going to create a competitor to that, which is what they did. And that's why we have Reels today. So that's why everything's moving in the video direction, and you need to definitely be doing that. Now in here, these are just a bunch of things you can see as we go through. These are ways where you can use Facebook at the moment. Facebook now has Reels as well, because they're trying to keep people on there that are under about 75. It is working for some of them. Instagram, again, there's a whole bunch of different things on Instagram there. LinkedIn, very, very good tool at the moment to be on. Still some very good organic traffic to be held on LinkedIn. You can, LinkedIn has all sorts of different things on there, articles, videos. It's definitely a great place to be on. Again, no matter what industry you're in, it's a great place to be. Other places for your video. Now, have you guys all know about YouTube Shorts? A lot of people aren't aware of it yet. Basically, if you jump on YouTube, once you go down to YouTube, particularly on the, well, it's on all of them now, all the platforms, but particularly you notice it more so, I think, on these things, mobile devices, where you'll have your big YouTube video and you might have a couple of those, and then you'll have a bunch of little videos called YouTube Shorts. Basically what happened is YouTube's like, hang on, we got 2 billion viewers, TikTok's come along, everyone likes that, let's jump on the bandwagon as well. So now you've got Facebook and Instagram have Reels, which is short form vertical videos. TikTok obviously is there, and YouTube has it now as well. So you can do main big videos on YouTube, and you can upload your shorts or the short form vertical videos on YouTube. And obviously great places for your blog/vlog on the website. Great for SEO. Nick can tell you much more about this, but having all the right words in there and video in there, the spiders absolutely love video. So that's definitely going to be helping a lot. And also videos to your database. 99.9% of people, if they send out a regular database, send out something that really is not that interesting for the clients. We think it's interesting because it's our business. So of course it's interesting. Why would you not be interested in what I do? People are interested in what they do. So what we need to do is show people what they want to know about. And again, video is the best way. The stats before, 96% of people had seen the video about a product. That's exactly what we need to be doing to make that happen for people to want to like that product. Sorry if my head's going all over the place. I'm using, I did have it down to one device. I've now got 3 going just so I can keep up with stuff. Video, the phenomenon of familiarity and trust, as I mentioned before, being on video, the more you're on video with good content, the more trust you build. The more trust you build, the easier it is to get that sale. So it's definitely needing to be there. The rise and rise of short form vertical videos. These are the ones that we just ran through a minute ago, what they are. Now they all vary to some degree. So for example, TikTok is 15 seconds or pretty much 7 seconds or whatever you want really, over 3 seconds. Now you can do TikToks up to 10 minutes. So obviously what they're doing is they're trying to creep into YouTube space. This has only been around for a few weeks, so we don't really have any data or stats on people who are doing it or the amount of watch time on there yet. So will it work? Won't it work? Be very interesting place to follow. I'm interested to see what happens over the next few months to see if it works with the longer videos or not. Again, all these reasons why you want to be on there can be on there, and just getting your videos out. With TikTok, if you do a video on TikTok, you can actually straight away put that directly onto Instagram stories, your main feed, and to Reels straight away. The only issue is it will have a TikTok watermark. Now you can get rid of that TikTok watermark. There's a couple of different ways, a few different ways to do it. The free way to do it is there's an app called SaveTok, S-A-V-E-Tok. You download that app. All you do with TikTok is you grab the link, you put it into SaveTok. It instantly gets rid of the watermark for you, saves it to your phone, and then you can go and upload it onto Reels or YouTube Shorts. But again, you can do that with the watermark if you don't have time or whatever. Now, with all of these platforms as well, they do push your videos out more if you create the video natively. So in other words, on that platform. But my thing at this stage, at least, this could change, but at this stage is just get out there, get in front of people with some really good information if you're wanting to get the good information, because it's there. Get your information out there, let people see you, build that trust. Also, LinkedIn is now liking TikTok videos as well. So as much as they not look like they're for LinkedIn, LinkedIn is actually enjoying them, and people that watch LinkedIn are actually getting onto TikTok and enjoying them and getting some good results out of that. Another third-party app, there's a whole ton of them out there, heaps of them. But another third-party app that's actually really good for editing videos, it's got a little bit more flexibility in it as to what you can do than what TikTok and Reels have, is one called CapCut, CapCut. So CapCut is a great place to edit, and then you can do more editing when you do upload the video onto the platform, whether it's TikTok or Reels or YouTube Shorts. And again, Reels is Facebook and Instagram, only up to 60 seconds. TikTok, you can now do up to 3 minutes. Reels is only up to 60 seconds. And again, same third-party apps can be used there, and YouTube Shorts as well, up to 60 seconds. Now, there's a whole ton of details we can go into as to how to create them, how to edit them, all that sort of thing. We don't have time to go into all that tonight, but there are ways where we can make that happen if you want to. So the question about scripting from before, this is basically it. So I'm going to give, again, because of the time factor, a short overview of scripting, how it works, how to get people's attention, etc. So basically, on any video, you have up to 3 seconds to grab their attention. When it comes to short form vertical video, you got about 3/100ths of a second to grab their attention. Seriously, people are just scrolling. But going with that, there needs to be something to grab their attention. So if you're doing a normal video, and I'll refer it back to the short form vertical videos as well, but if you're doing a normal video for YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or whatever, you need to have a title. That's the first thing. What are you going to call that thing? Because the title is going to grab people's attention. There's 4 different types of titles that we can, there's probably really more, but I'm working on 4 types of titles that you can use. One is fear or greed. So it could be a loss type of thing. So operating on people's fear. Example, if you don't jump in and buy this today, there's going to be none left. That's a fear type thing. Or greed. Love or care and attention, again, another very highly emotive type of title that you can use to grab people's attention. Curiosity is a great one. I know he killed the cat, but he's still not a bad fella after all. And it's a great one for getting people's attention. And things like including numbers. So for example, 5 ways how you can set up your house for sale. Or 5 ways to be able to do whatever business you're in. I think there was a coach there before. 5 ways to increase the profit in your business within the next 3 months. Something like that. So if it's a title, we humans like to put things in boxes. We don't like to be boxed, but we like to put things in boxes. So if you put something like that out, they go, okay, there's 5, I can listen to the 5. And when you get to point 3, okay, there's 2 more, I'm going to hang around and listen for some more. So these are just little things creating the video to do. And like I said before, you've got one message. That's all. Your video should have just one message, and it could have a number of points. So generally speaking, between 2 and 7 is going to be a good number of points. Anything beyond that, you're really taking people way over the top, unless it's a really serious video that you're wanting people to hang around and stay for a long, long time. And so you add the points. So you got one main message with the title, break that one main message into a number of points, and then a call to action at the end of that. So whatever it is, you want to leave a call to action, say, contact, if you want more information on this, contact me. Or if you'd like a free download of how to do this, just leave a link, click the link below, or whatever it is, but some sort of call to action at the end of the video. Now with short form vertical videos, it's the same thing, except you need to be much quicker and create a really strong hook. Not so much a title with short form vertical videos, but it's a really strong hook. So 3 things you need to do today to blah, blah, blah. Did you know that, bang, and if it's something to do with your industry, did you know that, whatever it is? And that's people, no, I didn't know that. Tell me more about it. So hooks, specific hooks like that, which there's a whole ton of them, but they grab people's attention. We see them all the time and don't take any notice until they're pointed out, but they're very, very effective. Okay, 3 things to keep in mind when creating your videos. 1, create content, lots of content, lots and lots and lots of content. Content is king. People want to see content, but here's a disclaimer on that one. The content has to be what people want to see, not what you want to show them, but what people want to see. Now, that can be the same thing, and hopefully it is the same thing, but quite often a lot of people will put out content that's about them, and people don't care about you. Nothing personal, but people don't care about you. They care about themselves. And I used to work on radio, and there was a saying, it was WIIFM. What's in it for me? Because that's what people are after. So the content that you create needs to be the content that they want to hear. And I'll go over more details on what that will be. Be consistent and persistent. If there's one thing I can say tonight to take away, be consistent, be consistent, be consistent, be consistent. I'll stop now. But that is one of the most important things you can do, is be consistent. So regularly out there. For example, if you're doing one video series, where you've got one video, and this is something I would encourage everybody to do. You do one video a week where you've got that one video, and you chop that video up into different videos, which we talk about repurposing. But if you put that one video out every Wednesday morning at 8 o'clock, it's video from you about whatever it is you do. People get to know that. Nick puts these sessions on every Tuesday night at 6 o'clock. He doesn't put it all over the place at different times. It's one time. It's consistent. It's every week at 6 o'clock, every single time. And that's why, one of the reasons why he's got such a growing audience. And the other thing is, I probably don't need to say this, but I really need to say this. Always aiming to serve people. I've left the real estate bit in there just for you. Always aiming to serve people. Whatever it is, it's not about getting dollars. It's not about making a sale. It's about how can you serve people. And if that's the approach from your video, you'll have more people following you, liking you, and wanting to know you and building that trust factor. If it's about selling something, you lose people really quick. So before you go on video, always be, how is this helping people? It makes a massive, massive difference. Good content keeps people coming back. So 3 things that videos should have at least one of these in. Number 1, educational. So are you teaching them something? Are you educating them about something that is going to be helpful for them to take away and use right now? Number 2, entertaining. Some people are funny, some play musical instruments, some dance, some do all sorts of different stuff. Whatever it is, if it's entertaining, it might, it might be, you might have a cute dog. That can be entertaining. Whatever it is, it's entertaining. Or number 3 is relevant. It has to be relevant to now, and it has to be relevant to your industry. So that could be changes in what's going on. So with COVID at the moment, with all the restrictions finally coming off places, then what we've got is some relevance. Whatever industry you're in, does that affect your business? Does that affect what you sell? Does that affect how you actually reach out to people? It's got to be very, very relevant to what's going on. For a lot of people, with the election coming up right now, a lot of people get scared of elections. Don't be scared of elections. Use it for your own benefit. Use it to get a message across to people. Use it to be able to educate people, teach people about things. Particularly in the real estate field, you should be, and a lot of people in the same thing, you should be interviewing people from all sorts of different political parties in your local area, because that affects different people. What are their beliefs? What are they putting forward? So whatever's relevant, whether it's COVID, with its changes that are going on in your industry right now, with its new rules or restrictions, whatever it is. There could be new SEO updates or Google changes if you're into webland and things like that. There's so many different things you can talk to people about. Educational, entertaining, relevant. So I pretty much said this, it's not about your preferences, it's what what your audience wants to see and hear. So in other words, you can be on video and you can look like a beggar trying to get business from somebody. That's I'm trying to sell you something. Or you can become a trusted advisor where you're giving people good information, helpful information that they can take away and go, that's really helped me. I'm in a position to buy right now. I'm going to contact them because I've been watching them on video. I like their style. I like who they are. I like the way they go about things and they've been helpful. I'm at least going to go and see them and talk to them about whatever it is I'm going to buy. Okay, 3 types of video. Evergreen content. Ooh, we're not nearly there. Evergreen content. So this is content that you can use over and over again. It's something that's going to be relevant now, relevant in 3 months, 6 months, 12 months time. It's evergreen content that you can share that people need to know. So one thing I really want to point out here is in your industry, you deal with your industry and the types of products, services, etc. that you do every day, constantly. So you think everybody knows a lot of the things that you know. One of the things with putting videos out, particularly with evergreen content, go right back to the absolute basics and do educational type videos on the very basic things that you know and you deal with every day, but other people don't know about. They don't know how to think about. So if you're a mortgage broker, for example, what do you need to give me a loan? What products do you need? Do you need a pay slip? What do you need? I don't know what you need. Tell me what product, what I need. What are the interest rates? If the interest rates change, how does that affect me? What's, I know I've got to pay more money, but how does it work? How does it affect things? If I want to do my loan again, what happens there with the loan? Are there any fees involved or whatever? So talk about all of these things. I know some of them are generic, but they all have an effect as well. New things or updates in your market, changes to the industry, product or service, government changes and rules, local area changes, new products or services. Introduce your team is another great thing to do, and why people need your products and services. State the obvious because it's not always obvious. Any promotions that you might have at the moment coming up, that your products that you sell, maybe the suppliers have got promos or whatever. And what's unique about your business? What's different about your business to everyone else's? Again, we talked about before about the niche. What is it about you? When it comes to content, here's a great place to start with your content. You know you will never go wrong if you do this. And once you start asking these questions of yourself, there's a never-ending supply of content. What are the top 5 questions you get asked by your customers or clients? Top 5 questions you're asked by your customers or clients. And I'll take that a step further on an emotional level. What are the top 5 fears that your customers or clients are facing? What do they face? Why are they talking to you? What is the fear they're trying to overcome? What is the person they want to be by using your services or your products? If you can answer those, start answering those. And once you start answering them, one answer leads to a whole bunch of other answers as well. Okay, repurposing, sorry, Nick, nearly done. Repurposing your videos. Okay, create a long form video like we talked about. You've got your main video, 1 message, 2 to 7 points. Let's say we've got 5 points on a video and you got your ending. So you create that one video, which time-wise, that video might be a minute, 2 minutes. It could be 10 minutes if you want to. That's fine. Just make sure that you're getting on with the topic and concise explanations of things. That video has 5 points. Fantastic. So that one long video we're going to put on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, and it's going to your database as well. So far we've used that one video 5 different ways. Then what we're also going to do is we've got 5 points in that video. We're going to chop each one of those 5 points down and take each of those 5 points and place it back on all of those same platforms again. Probably we're going to add in TikTok as well with these platforms. So you've got Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok. and there was something else that I can't remember right now. Our YouTube Shorts, you're going to put that point on there as well. So you've got 5 of those. So that's 5 platforms, 5 videos. That's 25. We've already used the other one 5 times. That's 30 ways we've used this one video straight away. 30 ways, one video. And then what we're going to do is some of those 5 points, we're going to create social posts. So if, for example, you go to a program called Canva. If you haven't got Canva, it is a gold mine. You can jump in there, get a free version of Canva. You can do so much with it. Create little posts. They've all got templates and everything set up. You take your main point, you create a social post in there. You take that social post, you put it on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, put it on all of those. You've got 5 points. That's another 15 that you're going to be taking each one of those 5 points from a social post to. Doesn't take too long to do that. And then you take those. So far we're on 45. Then you take the big article that you've written, get the text version, send it over to Rev or some other companies. I know, Nick, you like Otter. Whichever company you like, there's a bunch of them out there. You can even get people on Fiverr to do this if you want. Send back a text version of your video. So it's just got the text of what you've spoken about. And you can upload that then to LinkedIn as an article. That can also go to your database as an email as well as a video. They can get the text version. And all of these things as well, hopefully go on the blog section of your video, of your website as well. And out of that, depending on the video, you can create an ebook. It can become a lead magnet. It can be a white paper. It could be a giveaway that you do for people to attract them in various ways. You might message people directly who follow you on Instagram, say, hey, I've got this new article, white paper on select a topic. Would you like a complimentary copy of it? Bang. Send them out a copy of this as well. So many different ways to use that one video and get that out there. Now, one more thing, if I can, real quick, how to do this all quick and easy. I'm not sure how your weeks, months, etc. are structured, but this is the best way to do it. Block out, say 4 hours once a month, or block out an hour or 2 once a week, or whatever, however you want to do it. Obviously, getting in and out of things takes time. Jump in there, have your script or an overview of what you want to do, create a whole ton of stuff. So the main video is your main video. And that's what you use for your main parts to create a whole bunch of other videos. Now, obviously, short form vertical videos, you can obviously create a whole bunch of other ones in there as well. Because it's not too technical, nothing overly exciting needed for that. But you can, if you want to have more professional videos, it doesn't matter. But just block out a certain period of time, batching your content, put it all together. Once you've got it, then get it all ready to send out from there. If you do that, it doesn't take too long. You've put it together, and away you go. Heaps of content all out there. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, I probably have gone over a little bit, but there's so much stuff I tried to get out.
No, you're absolutely fine there. So we've got a few minutes left there. So now I'm just having a look. There's a few questions in here. Do you use PowerPoint within the presentation or just images?
Which presentation?
That was from John. Do you want to clarify that there, John? You still here, John?
Yeah. It's just within the 2 or 3 minute video. Are there some headings or a particular chart that you would use in that description, that video?
Yes, sure. So when you're doing a video like that, again, it depends on what resources you've got. The more things that you can put in there like that, the more chances people are going to stay and watch for longer. So if you've got the resources to be able to do that, absolutely put things like that, titles, text, tables, images, all that sort of thing if you can, for sure. But again, if you can't, just get out there.
Thank you.
All right, we've got, what else we got? Can you schedule TikTok posts and LinkedIn posts?
I wish. So in saying that, in LinkedIn, there are some third-party platforms like Hootsuite and some others that you can actually schedule them. but not videos, only the text. Sorry, only images and text is the only thing. You can't do videos. With TikTok, you can't. What you can do though is you can set it all up in drafts. So you create your video and then you just save it in drafts. And then when you're ready to go, you just go into drafts and then send it straight away. So it's like a 30-second job to do once it's edited because it's sitting in drafts.
Awesome. Okay. You may have answered this one already, but so all short form videos on Facebook Reels, Insta Reels and YouTube are all vertical.
Yes. So yeah, good point. So yeah, so basically the best way to do those is vertical, and it makes it really hard because when you're doing YouTube, obviously you can't do vertical, and Facebook you don't want to do vertical. Instagram doesn't really matter; they prefer vertical. But what you do find is on Reels and TikTok and things, they are having a lot of people. There's two ways they'll do it. One is they'll just upload the landscape style video up there and put captions above or stickers or whatever above and below. That's one way of doing it. The other thing is you crop it down so that it actually does fit in within the platform. But when you do that, your face becomes really, really huge.
All right. And last one I think we've got is a green screen a must?
No. Most, not at all. Green screen, it definitely helps. Again, it depends what you're wanting to portray and what you're doing as well with your videos. It is nice to have a decent background. And if you want to get a green screen, like I've got one behind me on one of the one of the computers that I needed for audio. You can see, because I haven't set up the settings in this one because we had to rush it around. You pick them up for like 40 or 50 bucks if you want one. All the stuff you can buy now is so ridiculously cheap, but it just adds to your video. And again, it depends what the video is and where you're doing it.
Excellent. All right. So people want to get in contact with you. What's the best way to get in touch with you, Kingsley?
One of the best ways is LinkedIn on digital pro. Just go digital profiling. LinkedIn's Kingsley Colley. That's me. Instagram's digital profiling. TikTok's digital profiling. Facebook, I'm not there a heck of a lot, to be totally honest. I move, not doing a lot of work on there, but we are there as digital profiling home. You'll find us. Apart from that, yeah, my number should be there. Happy to take calls and whatever we can do to help people, because seriously, it made a massive difference for you.
Excellent. So yeah, so Kingsley's on LinkedIn, so that's probably the best platform to probably grab him on as well too. All right, now we do have a door prize tonight for lucky the people that are here. Do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, what was that, Nick? I can't remember.
I've asked Lorena too. She said a consultation and training package valued at $4.95 on how to shoot, edit and post short form vertical videos. Does that sound right?
Yeah, it's a bit much. Anyway, might as well. Hey, I love what you got going here. It's really good. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, done. Excellent. So so if you're wanting to have a consultation on how to sort of shoot, edit and post short form videos, then that's what the door prize is today. So I'm just going to stop your share and bring us over to our way of drawing this. All right, everyone see the spinning wheel? Yep, perfect. Okay, so we've got all of your names in here. So as ever, you actually have to be in the room to win. So if you disappeared early, you're never going to know unless someone actually tells you about that. So so what we'll do is we're going to draw that now. So let's hit the wheel and give us a drum roll, please. Boom. And our winner is William Coffrea, if I've got that right. William, are you here? Let's just have a look through the screen here.
Yes, I'm here.
Fantastic.
I'm here.
You are our lucky winner tonight.
Wow, awesome. That's great.
So you get a consultation there on how to shoot, edit, and post short form vertical videos. And in fact, that's a really incredibly good prize, because those short form videos are just taking off, and there where you get so much engagement as well. So get that right, and your lead generation and sort of credibility are just going to shoot through the roof. So well done. So William, I think we probably have your email address for when you registered. So we'll connect you and Kingsley up tomorrow, and then you can work out the details between yourself. That sound all right?
Fantastic. Thank you.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
Excellent. All right. Well, look, thanks, Kingsley, for coming along tonight and sharing your knowledge, and well done for getting through all those tech hitches sort of at the beginning. It always happens to the techie people. So let's everyone give Kingsley a huge round of applause for everything that he's shared tonight. If you've enjoyed tonight and it was going a million miles an hour and you missed some things, well, the good news is it'll be up on our YouTube channel tomorrow. So the YouTube channel is now in chat. Now is a really good time to go and click those 3 little dots on the bottom right-hand side of chat and save it. So the link to YouTube channel is there. Best thing to do with that YouTube channel is to subscribe to it. When you do subscribe, there's a little bell that you hit after you've subscribed. When you hit that bell, you'll get a notification when that replay is up and ready for you to watch. Also remember to join the Business Owners Smashing It Online Facebook page. If you are not a member, that's where we make all of the announcements, posts, and we actually cut up some of this video as well too, and we post it there. We cut it up and put it on LinkedIn and whatever as well too. So that repurposing stuff is just so important. Saves a ton of time if you start from video rather than starting from text. So we've got stuff done sort of in probably in about a day sort of after this event. So this is just this event here. What else have we got? I think that's all. So hopefully everyone enjoyed tonight, and if you did, spread the word, let other people know, and look forward to seeing you back again next week, if you can make it next week. And you'll get an email that'll come out in our email blast, but it'll be all over social media as well too. You can't miss it. So thanks again, Kingsley, for coming along tonight. Absolutely awesome night. Lots of content there, and look forward to seeing everyone again.